in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. The Trailblazers haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Well, Steve, without a doubt, the biggest surprise, especially early on last season, was the dominant play of the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, a team that had been projected to fight for a playoff spot was instead one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the West all season long.
Waiters dishes to Varejao. Good on the shot. Varejão's got his first points in this one.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
And good on the basket. Book it. Lopez has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. James outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around. The championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
And for LeBron, Clark, do you think from a competitive standpoint it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts. But I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other considerations for him and his family.
Lopez, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's LeBron. He's got 18. Drains it from beyond the arc. James has got 21 in the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now 24 points for LeBron.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the 3-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And stolen by Irving. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. LeBron James 3rd. Kevin Love 4th.
What an option either one of these 2 guys gives you because they're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
The first free throw is good.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Waiters with the ball. Here's Varejao. Feeds to Love. And he converts the layup.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone. All part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
Now Love inside. LeBron with it. Matthews covering. James, the pass to Waiters. For the lead. And it's Portland with the rebound. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
A nice shot by Aldridge. Now here's Love. For the tie. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Love. James has got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Irving against Lillard. Aldridge a screen. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Lillard misses.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The wide open look here for Aldridge. That one wide left.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head. You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around, but one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
A different look now for Portland. Chris Kaman's checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Terrell Wright has subbed in for McCullough. Lillard misses. Steve, depth definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. I mean, not surprisingly when they were also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have with heavy minutes from their reserve.
And here's Matthews from the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. Dellavedova kicks to Jones. Marion dishes to Thompson. Knocked loose. Here's Jones. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Mike Miller gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Lillard outside. Wright sets a screen for Lillard. Wright outside from 12 feet out. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops for Wright.
At the line for 2.
And so Wright nails both of them. Here's Dellavedova. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Miller. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Marion in at the 3 spot. And Wright kicks to Robinson. And here is Marion. And stolen by Wright. Here's Robinson. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition. Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to be a double-double guy. But, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
And Thompson with really good length and athleticism. I still think he's developing his footwork and craftiness inside as far as understanding how to create angles to get his shot off. But he's young and there's plenty of time and he's shown plenty of promise.
The shot is off. Kaman with the defensive effort. And Lillard kicks to Kaman. Lillard attacking. Misses from close range. And Thompson made progress on his mid-range jump shot in year 2. Then last season, Steve, he switched his shooting hand entirely.
And, you know, pretty impressive results for year 1 of the experiment. I mean, that's where you never know. He could become a much better shooter over time with that right hand. We'll see.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back to the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some season.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Portland. Matthews comes in for Jarrell Wright. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. Dion Waiters comes in for Miller. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Good. And it's 6 points for Dion Waiters. And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Matthews into the lane and finished off by Kanan.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Waiters gets a wide open look, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the play. Playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Marion against Matthews. Irving kicks to Love. Back to Irving. That's in there. Love with the assist. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Robin Lopez is checked in for Chris Kaman. LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers. Lillard attacking. Matthews passes to Lillard. Here's Lopez. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
The 3 from LeBron. They get the rebound. Here's Irving. Goes up again. Count! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Damian Lillard.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard. Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything.